How's it going? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great video here on the Savior Show. That's right, the majestical and the moist impact Savior Show. That's right. Welcome back, my beautiful sinners. If you're new to the channel, which is highly likely, go down below and subscribe for fresh and original content every single day, and support me by checking out my electronic future music on Spotify and Bandcamp, and become a member of the Savior community today for extra content and a chance for promotion. Go down below and become a member. That would really help support me. Now, today, boys, what am I going to be discussing? Today, I'm going to be discussing the hive mind of our future, okay? The future hive mind and the internet, okay? Because I sometimes believe that the internet was a mistake, okay? It should never really have been created in the first place. So that's what I want to dissect into today and discuss how we are all actually connected into a hive mind of information, and how we are all connected through pretty much the matrix, okay? And how this is going to impact our future dystopia, and how it already has. So it might feel like the internet has been around forever, especially if you're from my generation. You can't really remember a time without the internet. You know, you can just get information access whenever you want, instant gratification from watching a video, just instant anything, okay? The world is now instant, it's at your fingertips, okay? But the majority of people alive on this planet can still remember a time when the internet didn't exist, okay? It used to be that the internet, when it was first developed, okay, was pretty much an open ocean, you know, basically it was undiscovered, okay? But then, of course, as time progressed, we saw big tech and global corporations, okay, basically dominate. Most information that we have access to now has already been predetermined and pre-scanned through Google and their systems, okay? So pretty much everything that we read, everything that we access has already gone through a system of controlling that said information. So you can never actually be sure what you read on the internet is of course true, and obviously only an idiot would believe that. But of course there are multiple sources, and that is the good thing about the internet. It's not completely controlled yet by just one big corporation, but that might be the future, where literally all of these big tech platforms, you know, come together and they get rid of any kind of open source platform and any kind of alternative information or alternative media, and then you can only get your certain information from one source. Already we have started to see this happen, okay? For example, on YouTube, now if there's something in the YouTube title, okay, it will automatically tag a Wikipedia information document to it, and basically controlling the information that you are seeing. So before the internet, okay, what did people do, okay? It's very hard to imagine. Most people would go about their normal day and life and basically actually interact with each other. Crazy stuff, I know, but now it's all digitally done, okay? And what I mean by we are now living in this hive mind, okay, is pretty much never before have we all been connected. You know, it's not just connection towards information, it's the social media connection where everyone basically can interact on a digital level with each other, and that messes, okay, with our monkey brains, okay, of basically being linked with one another, you know, not really having any privacy whatsoever anymore, finding, like I said, anything that you want within just one Google search, okay? It seems like everyone now has the potential to be a superhuman because you can access any kind of information that you want, but the problem is no one retains that said information anymore because it's so easily available. The internet has the potential, of course, to give us so many abilities, to give us so much knowledge, but most people squander that and basically use the internet just for instant gratification and posting things on social media, and that's when it becomes destructive. Throughout human history, okay, we've never had this type of technology before that is basically the matrix and the hive mind, where it basically links us all together. The scale of humanity has basically been multiplied, okay, and this doesn't really work well for the human mind, okay, because that means that people now are constantly comparing themselves to others, okay? Nothing is explored anymore, nothing is discovered. We lack that sense of discovering things anymore. That's why everyone now is so addicted to video games and to these digital imprints of living a normal existence, because we don't get that gratification anymore We don't get to be the best carpenter in our city or the best carpenter in our town anymore because we have the internet. Most people are getting very complacent because they have access to infinite information and infinite entertainment, and what this does, it basically demoralizes humans, okay? And not only does this mean that whatever we consume can be completely false because who knows who's putting out the information. I mean, I'm putting out this information right now and I might be wrong or I might be right. I personally think I'm right, but who knows? So why do I think the internet was a mistake? Well, for the reasons I've just said. You know, we don't use the internet in a way humanity should be using it. We could be using it to progress our species forward, but actually how the internet is used is, like I said, to basically become even more complacent, to become even more lazy, to get access to false information, and then the people who have the most control and the most influence and the most money, okay, they can control the information that's put on the internet, and then they can manipulate the population. People with the most money, they have the potential to basically influence the populace, okay, because they have so much control over all of this infrastructure that they can pretty much dictate what is reality and what isn't reality, and that's when it becomes very dangerous. That's when we see huge amounts of censorship. It used to be that as a caveman, for example, or from a small Viking village, for example, you could just go outside, turn over a rock, and you would discover something new. But now, because of the internet, the sense of discovery has completely left us. The other reason why the internet was a mistake and why this hive mind can be very destructive is, like I said, because of all these big corporations who can then control the infrastructure of the world's information and what they consume, okay? Also, it has the potential, like we've seen so much with the mainstream media, to basically spread lies and to influence the population into doing a certain thing or into thinking a certain agenda, okay? The next big problem is, of course, the social media interaction, okay? This is where we lose all of our privacy, all of our data is basically sold to the highest bidder, and all of this data is collected on us and how we function as a species. Also, humans aren't supposed to interact through digital technologies because that doesn't actually fit in with our biology, okay? That's not how we're supposed to function, and then this causes all of this destructive, toxic arguments back and forth between people. Yes, it can be used in great ways. I'm not saying the internet is all bad, okay? Of course, the internet has had so many amazing benefits of people coming together, or forming societies and charities, and all of these amazing things where you can learn and educate yourself from free information. But like I said, you can then basically control reality because what people see online is what they think is real most of the time, because they don't actually bother checking the information out themselves. That is why we are completely in an information war, and that's how this has been going for the last 5 years, and that's why now we see such huge amounts of tyranny worldwide, because information has completely controlled us and influenced us. The final reason why I think the internet was a mistake and shouldn't really exist in the first place, like I said, yes, it has lots of uses, lots of benefits, but we are entering a hive mind dystopia where the internet is the hive mind. We are living in this hive mind future, okay? And like I said, it connects all of humanity together, which basically makes all of our monkey brains paranoid because we're not used to being in this web, you know, this huge information brain where we are basically all connected as one, which is kind of weird if you think about it, because that pretty much takes away any kind of individual experience from living, and that's what life should be all about. The final point is the future, where we are heading as a future when it comes to the internet, okay? Because no doubt in my mind that one day soon, and it's already talked about, okay, and that is the plan for the future, is to become symbiotically merging with the internet, becoming a true hive mind, leaving our species behind, leaving our bodies behind, and merging with the machine, merging with technology, and merging with the internet to become a super AI hive mind, okay? And that's when it becomes dangerous, not only with hacking and with AIs that could basically overthrow our own human control, symbiotically merging with machine can be very dangerous because it can be done in beautiful ways, maybe, and that might be the progression of humanity if we get rid of all our negative emotions like anger and envy and jealousy and craving for instant gratification and bodily pleasures. Okay, all of these things could mean a great change in humanity if we merge correctly. But most likely what's going to happen, like I said, is these huge powerhouses of corporations, okay, they're gonna basically control us so that they can be the ones in charge. Will merge with a post-human society instead of a pro-human society, where basically only a few have complete control and we lose basically what makes us human. Anyway, my sinners, that is the video, okay? That's what I wanted to discuss, why the internet should not have existed. The internet was a mistake, and the reasons of why living in a hive mind community is never a good thing, because having a collectivism society is never a good thing. It's never worked out. You know, you should work as an individual and see everyone as an individual and have empathy for that said individual. Okay, that's how humanity can progress. But thinking on a collectivist scale never works out well for humanity. We've seen that time and time again with human history. Okay, and the idea of merging with machines, yes, it could be beneficial, and merging with a hive mind and becoming one could be good if we do it in a pro-human spirit. But if we do it in an anti-human way, where we basically do it for control and power and lust, okay, then that, and complete control, that is when it becomes very dangerous. And the internet, like I said, it has many benefits, but it has so many disadvantages, like getting rid of human connection, making people more aggressive towards each other, and having different opinions is somehow deemed a bad thing. And basically these huge organizations who have the power and potential to influence and control that said information, and the internet takes away the joys and experiences of being human and basically experiencing the real world for what it is. Instead, because everything already is out there and everything has already been discovered, that you can just already find it by a click of a button, takes away the true experience of being a human, and that is very damaging to the human psyche. And that is why I think the internet is a problem, okay, and the problem with the internet. Anyway, my sinners, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have yourselves a great day, and don't Google everything. Just do your own research.